What's up, folks? Good morning. Trying some of the backs of these pockets and creeks and stuff, and there are definitely some shad that move back. Something that kind of happens in the summertime, late summer, midsummer, as it gets closer to fall. A lot of these shad start moving back shallow, and the fish will follow them. So you kind of gotta check. You know, you're checking the main lake stuff, the deeper stuff, and that's certainly where most of the fish are. But sometimes you can get lucky if you slip back in some of these pockets really shallow. If it's got good grass, if it's got bait, and we definitely got a lot of bait back here.
Fish right off that little way down. Good fish. Nice solid fish. There we go, just throwing this new Cumberland Pro swim jig. Digging it. Got my little flipper though. Nice quality fish. And they're fat. They're feeding up on the shad back here in the back of this creek. Little guy. Really starting to like this swim jig. It's just got a really good hook in it. I think it's a 5/0 hook. Fiber weed guard. Really cool shad looking color. It's got that green kind of blue glimmer with white. Nice flat head. Rage menace. A little bit of chartreuse on the tail. 15-pound test. Oh my, that's a big one. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And a nice solid fish. Boom goes the dynamite. That's a nice one. Good quality fish. Hit that frog. It's kind of rolled up on it. That's awesome, man. Love the old frog bite. Good fish. All right, let's let you go, big girl. Thanks for playing. That was fun. Get on out of here. Come on.
Had a decent morning, caught a few fish on a swim jig and a frog. I didn't hammer this because this is a place I may come back in the tournament. I'm just kind of checking some of the backs of these pockets, see what's going on. Water temps are 85. Just about 4 days ago, they were 94. We had a little cold front push through. Conditions are beautiful out here. It was 68 this morning, winds blowing, and full sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. I don't think it's supposed to do anything. We had storms that moved through last night, dumped a little bit of rain, but it wasn't too crazy. Had some thunder and lightning, maybe some trees blown down, but that's all gone. Just a normal summer day, early August. So we're gonna go look at some backs of these creeks, and if I have to, I'll go out deep and try to catch some fish out deep. But I'm kind of burned out in that deep stuff. That's where most of the fish are at, but you can sneak back in some of these little coves and stuff and pick up some fish that'll follow the bait back.
There we go. That's a nice bite. Easy there. Good fish. Good fish. That's fun. Fish are starting to move up shallow, guys. Man, there is no bite like a blow up on a frog. That is awesome. Starting to see a little bit of movement in these bass moving up shallow in this grass. Milfoil's finally starting to come up in some places. It's not everywhere. It's not most places, but you just got to kind of look around. If you find a good patch that's healthy, there'll be a few fish in it. That was a nice cast. Not that shallow. They're not that shallow. Man, they're on this little thing. Just through that area, but I saw a little shad flicker right there by the bank, and the cast back in there, and boom, there you go. All right, I went down the stretch with a little toad, frog, whatever, and got a few bites, but I'm gonna go back through it with a punch rig and see if I can pick up another bite or two. Sometimes the fish won't come up on a frog, but you can get down there and get dirty with that grass and pull some out. We'll see what happens. Oh my God. I missed him, man. He took my pincher. That was cool. All right, we got a Main Lake lay down. Just throwing this is a 3/4 ounce Strike King spinnerbait, Tennessee shad, I guess. The little white zoom split tail. It's got these little burner blades on them. They call it razor blades. So this is made for slow rolling out deep. 3/4 ounce bait. I'm gonna try to see if I can snag one off this lay down. Just fish it real slow and kind of bump it around, see what happens. Just came across one limb. Another limb. Nobody's home. That didn't work this time, but it can work next time. There he is. Deep spinnerbait fish. There he is. Spinnerbait fish. Right. Slow rolling that spinnerbait out there in about 14 foot of water. Another deep spinnerbait fish. That's cool. I've had several bites on this. I haven't hooked up. I was going to put a trailer hook, and I thought, well, if I get one more bite and I don't hook up, then I'll put a trailer hook on there, but that one ate it pretty good. Got a little point that comes out right here. I'm just taking the spinnerbait and just chucking it out there. Kind of letting it sink a little bit. It's a 3/4 ounce bait. And you just kind of start slow rolling it. You're trying to just scrub the contour of the lake. Just slow. I'm turning my handle like pretty slow. And if I hit bottom, I might speed it up a little bit, and then I'll slow it back down. And if I'm not hitting bottom, I'll definitely slow it down and try to let it fall to the bottom. And that's kind of where these bites have been coming at. You know, this spinnerbait's down there about, oh, I don't know, it's about 14 to 16 feet of water right now. So I'm just kind of scrubbing it. Every once in a while you hit a piece of brush or a big rock or something. And obviously that's a place where you might get bit. There's also some grass out here, so you're working it down that grass line as it kind of tapers out into deeper water. And these fish just come up and grab it. There he is. Oh, they slammed it. Another spinnerbait fish. Nice. That was fun. Catching them on a spinnerbait in the middle of summer. Nice fish. There he is. Found that brush pile. Cross. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Nice fish. Found that brush pile, bumped across that brush pile, and boom. There we go. Nice fish. There we go, guys. Little brush pile down there. I saw some fish in it, and sure enough, I bumped it, and that's what happened. Nice quality chunky fish. There he is. Another spinnerbait fish. It's pretty cool. Fish. There we go. Yo, spinnerbait strikes again. Another good quality bass. Slow rolling that spinnerbait out deep. Man, these fish are down there and they will hit this. You just got to get it in front of them. It's a good fish. This is fun. There he is again. Oh yeah. Nice. That fish absolutely crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. Another nice fish. Just gotta find them, man. Find them to bite. There you go. Location, location, location. Another good fish.
This sandwich break is brought to you by DJ Hall. Man, I love a sandwich in the middle of a day when you're starving, you've been fishing hard, and you just pull into the shade, run the boat up on the bank, break out a nice chunky sandwich. Life is good. All right, folks, that's a wrap on the video. Had a fun day. Please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Dropping content on Wednesdays and Fridays and doing live stream Monday nights at 7:30 Central. Lots of great guests. If you're not busy on a Monday night, check it out. Fun day today. Got here, you know, mid-morning. There's a pretty good sized tournament going on, so I was trying to stay out of these guys' ways. We're in the middle of summer. It's August, and the bite can be really difficult. Luckily, we had some storms move through. The air temperatures cooled down. It's actually pretty pleasant out here, you know, mid-80s, but the humidity has dropped. And most of the fish that we've been catching lately have been just dragging baits around, you know, worm, a jig, a shaky head, that kind of thing. And I thought today I'm going to try to stay away from that stuff and see if I can find some fish shallow. And I did get some good quality bites shallow. Some of the baits that I was throwing, this is a toad. You know, you can throw a toad or a frog up shallow as the grass starts getting matted out in the summer on into the fall. That's certainly the way to go. You just got to find areas with the right grass. There's a lot of crap grass out here, and I've fished it, and it's a waste of time. Unless you find the right looking stuff, you might as well not even be fishing it. A lot of bait in the grass if you can find the right grass, and there's definitely fish relating to it. That's just going to get better and better. You know, in the summer, these fish are mainly deep, but there will be some that are shallow and stay shallow all year long. And as the days get shorter and shorter, the bait will start migrating shallow. There's always bluegill shallow. You know, we're coming off a full moon, so there's a bluegill spawn going on, but there's a lot of really small bluegill in the grass if you find the right grass. So you can just look around for, you know, the right kind of stuff. Stay shallow and you will catch some fish. You just got to work a little bit harder at it. The second bait that I caught fish, and this was kind of a mid-range stuff. This is a swim jig. This is the new Cumberland Pro swim jig that just came out. It's got a fiber weed guard. If you're not a fan of the wire weed guard, which to me, I'm a fan of it, this is different. It's a little bit bigger. It's not quite as compact. It's got a 5/0 hook and that flat head design. And this is a new color. I'm not sure the name of it. I'll leave it right here. But throwing this on a Rage Menace, white Rage Menace, and just kind of dip well, I just take a Spike It marker pin, just kind of hit the tails of this Menace with some chartreuse. Just 15-pound test, 7-foot medium heavy rod. You can throw this shallow, and I've been throwing this out deeper. I've been kind of slow rolling out deeper in that 10-foot zone and picking up some bites like that. Also, if you see shad relating to schools of bait fish, this is a good alternative to an underspin or a small swim bait. It's just a little bit different look, a little bit bigger profile. And it does work out there. I like this color. It's kind of white with some blue glimmer, and it's got that green back on there. It's been a pretty good swim jig so far, just kind of testing it out, but I've already caught several nice fish on it. And the third thing that I was doing, which this is the thing I'm most excited about. If you've watched any of my One Man, One Bait, One Lake series, I've got 2 of those. I got more coming out. Somebody had recommended throwing spinnerbaits out deep, so I was kind of playing around with that, and I'm going to do a video on that. This is just a 3/4 ounce Strike King spinnerbait, and I've got a little zoom split tail on there. But I caught several nice fish today, getting out off the bank, the same areas where you would throw a jig or a shaky head or a Texas rig. And I was throwing this spinnerbait, just slow rolling it. You know, you cast it out, you kind of let it fall to the bottom and just slow roll it. And when you hit something, kind of speed it up a little bit and then just let it fall back down slowly. And if you come across some wood or a big rock or something, there's a good chance that something's going to load up on it. But fun bite, I'm still experimenting with that, but it was producing today. You know, this spinnerbait's got a gold and a silver blade on it, and it's you know, just a shad skirt, kind of a gizzard shad type skirt, but they seem to like it, and I got some pretty good bites on it. I missed several fish on it because they weren't getting it really good, and I was going to put a trailer hook on it, but I just kept throwing it, and the fish started grabbing it, holding on to it. 15-pound test, 7'2" medium heavy rod. This is an old Quantum G-Force. These are out of production, but pretty good spinnerbait rod. And I like a 7-to-1 gear ratio or somewhere in that range. You can just slow it down. You can speed it up when you get bit and get that fish into the boat. But that's really it. It was fun out here doing something different besides dragging something out off the brake line and the outside grass line. That's another thing with this spinnerbait. You could throw it up towards the grass and just kind of taper it down the grass, and then when you get outside the grass, well, then you can just let it fall and just come across the bottom of the lake and get some bites like that. Rocks Key, Woods Key, you know, just your normal places where you would find fish in the summer. But that's all I got for you.
Thanks for coming along. I enjoyed it, and until next time.